The Wise Chief and the Golden Cowries. Once upon a time, in a peaceful Hausa village, there lived a wise and kind chief named Chief Danjuma. Chief Danjuma was loved by everyone in the village because he was fair and always helped people solve their problems. He had a beautiful wife named Amina and 2 children, a boy named Ahmed and a girl named Fatima. In this village, cowries were used as money. The villagers would use cowries to buy food, clothes, and other things they needed. Chief Danjuma had a special collection of golden cowries that were very valuable. He kept them in a wooden box in his house. These golden cowries were special because they could bring good luck and happiness to whoever had them. One day, Chief Danjuma decided it was time to find a new leader for the village because he was getting old. He wanted someone who was wise, kind, and could take care of the villagers just like he did. But how would he find the right person? Chief Danjuma called all the villagers to a meeting in the big square. He told them about his plan and showed them the box of golden cowries. "These golden cowries will help me choose the next chief," he said. "I will give each of you a task. The person who completes their task with the most kindness and wisdom will become the next chief." The villagers were excited and curious. They wondered what tasks Chief Danjuma would give them. The chief then handed out different tasks to different people. Some were asked to help in the fields, some to take care of the animals, and others to help the elderly and the sick. Among the villagers was a young man named Yusuf. Yusuf was strong and brave but also very kind. He helped his parents on their farm and always shared his food with his friends. Yusuf's task was to take care of an old, weak donkey that belonged to a poor widow named Hajia. The donkey was very important to Hajia because it helped her carry firewood to the market to sell. Yusuf took the task seriously. He fed the donkey well, gave it clean water, and made sure it had a comfortable place to rest. He also helped Hajia carry the firewood to the market. Hajia was very grateful and thanked Yusuf every day. Another villager, a young woman named Miriam, was given the task of helping an old blind man named Malam. Miriam would visit Malam every day, clean his house, cook his meals, and take him for walks. Malam was very happy to have Miriam's help and often said she was like a daughter to him. As the days went by, Chief Danjuma watched how the villagers completed their tasks. He noticed how kind and gentle Yusuf was with Hajia and her donkey. He also saw how Miriam took care of Malam with so much love and patience. Many other villagers did their tasks well, but Yusuf and Miriam stood out the most. After a month, Chief Danjuma called the villagers back to the big square. He praised everyone for their hard work and kindness. Then, he announced that Yusuf and Miriam had done the best. "Yusuf and Miriam have shown great kindness and wisdom," he said. "But I have only 1 box of golden cowries. So, I have a final test for them." Chief Danjuma gave Yusuf and Miriam 1 golden cowrie each. "Take these golden cowries and use them to bring happiness to the village," he said. "Come back in 1 week and tell us what you did." Yusuf and Miriam took their golden cowries and thought about how they could use them. Yusuf decided to buy seeds to plant more crops in the village field. He worked hard, planting the seeds and watering them every day. Soon, the field was full of healthy crops. The villagers were happy because they had more food to eat. Miriam used her golden cowrie to buy cloth and thread. She made beautiful clothes and gave them to the children in the village who didn't have good clothes to wear. The children were very happy and wore their new clothes with big smiles. At the end of the week, Yusuf and Miriam returned to Chief Danjuma and told him what they had done. The chief was very impressed. "Both of you have used your golden cowries wisely," he said. "You have brought happiness and prosperity to the village. Therefore, I have decided that both of you will be the new leaders of our village. You will work together to keep our village happy and peaceful." The villagers cheered and celebrated. Yusuf and Maryam were grateful and promised to lead the village with kindness and wisdom, just like Chief Danjuma had taught them. And so, the village continued to thrive under the leadership of Yusuf and Maryam. The story of the wise chief and the golden cowries was told to children for many generations, teaching them the importance of kindness, wisdom, and working together for the good of everyone. Under the new leadership of Yusuf and Maryam, the village prospered even more. Yusuf focused on improving farming techniques and ensuring that everyone had enough to eat, while Maryam organized various community events and took care of the well-being of the villagers. Their combined efforts brought great joy and harmony to the village. One day, as Yusuf was walking in the fields, he noticed a group of travelers approaching the village. They looked tired and hungry. Yusuf quickly went to greet them and invited them into the village. Maryam welcomed them warmly and arranged for food and shelter. The travelers were grateful and shared stories of their journey. Among the travelers was an old wise man named Baba Ali. He had traveled far and wide, learning many things. He noticed how well the village was managed and how happy the people were. Baba Ali approached Yusuf and Maryam and said, "I have seen many villages, but yours is one of the best. What is your secret?" Yusuf and Maryam smiled and told Baba Ali about Chief Danjuma and the golden cowries. Baba Ali was impressed and said, "You have indeed learned well. But remember, the real magic is not in the cowries but in your hearts. It is your kindness, wisdom, and hard work that make this village special." Baba Ali stayed in the village for a few days, sharing his knowledge and wisdom with the villagers. He taught them new ways to grow crops, conserve water, and make crafts. The villagers learned quickly and were eager to put their new knowledge to use. One evening, as the villagers gathered around the fire to listen to Baba Ali's stories, he told them about a distant village that was in trouble. The village was suffering from a drought, and the people had no food or water. Baba Ali had come to Yusuf and Maryam's village in the hope of finding help for the struggling village. Yusuf and Maryam looked at each other and knew what they had to do. They decided to help the distant village just as they had helped their own. The next morning, they gathered food, water, and supplies. Many villagers volunteered to join them on the journey to the drought-stricken village. The journey was long and difficult, but Yusuf, Maryam, and their friends were determined. They traveled for days, helping each other along the way. Finally, they reached the distant village. The people there were weak and desperate, but they welcomed Yusuf, Maryam, and the others with hope in their eyes. Yusuf and Maryam quickly organized the villagers to distribute the food and water. They taught them the new farming techniques they had learned from Baba Ali. Slowly, the fields began to flourish, and the village started to recover. The once barren land was now green and full of life. The people of the distant village were incredibly grateful. They thanked Yusuf, Maryam, and their friends for saving them. Yusuf and Maryam reminded them that kindness and working together were the real keys to prosperity. After spending some time helping the distant village, Yusuf, Maryam, and their friends returned to their own village. They were greeted with cheers and celebrations. Chief Danjuma, who had watched over the village in their absence, praised them for their bravery and generosity. Years passed, and Yusuf and Maryam continued to lead the village with love and wisdom. The story of their journey and the golden cowries became a legend, told to children as a lesson in kindness, generosity, and the power of community. The village flourished for many generations, always remembering the wise chief, the golden cowries, and the leaders who taught them that true magic comes from the heart.